What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
The raptors in Jurassic Park sound exactly like tortoises mating. If this fact doesn't show you how different movies are from what we actually see on the big screen, we don't know what will. To prove this, here are the 10 actors who were super uncomfortable during scenes. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10. My spidey senses are not tingling by this scene. One of the most iconic kiss scenes in all of movie history is the one between Mary Jane and Peter Parker. You know the one, when Jane's attacked in a dark alley by a bunch of crooks, then Peter Parker comes in and beats the living daylight out of them? But Mary Jane wants to reward him for his bravery. And right then and there, as the rain was pouring and Peter was hanging upside down, she lifts up his mask and kissed so passionately. All of movie history was changed forever. But that's not what Tobey Maguire thought while he was on the set. You see, they didn't get that perfect shot on a single try. They actually had to do a couple of shots. And here you can see just how tense Tobey was during this scene. When Mary Jane uncovers his face, look at those veins popping from his neck. To say it was tiring would be an understatement. On top of this, all of that water pouring down his face and the mask almost choked the actor to death. And it's precisely the reason that made Tobey smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, this actually made him hate the movie. Number 9. It was like kissing a sibling, Emma Watson. One of the most uncomfortable scenes in the entire Harry Potter franchise was when Emma Watson and Rupert Grint had their first kiss on the set. And while Daniel Radcliffe wanted to watch the entire thing unravel, the director had to dismiss him from the set and everyone who wasn't involved in the scene. The reason? The director knew how uncomfortable actors can feel while filming kissing scenes, so he wanted to keep their privacy and allow for the actors to feel comfortable and therefore act professionally. And Emma and Rupert grew so close while filming the Harry Potter franchise that they felt even more awkward doing it. But they realized they better get serious and get it over with, otherwise they would have to retake that scene 100 times. So they both got serious and got it over with. And that cute, innocent chuckle at the end was supposed to be edited out because it wasn't in the script, but since it gave the scene a natural feel to it, they kept it in the movie.
I think they kind of leave some of that laughing in.
Number 8. The Wolf of Wall Street was awkward. The Wolf of Wall Street was epic. There's not a single thing we'd change about this movie. Both Leonardo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie were excellent in it. But the nudity in it made actors feel comfortable coming to set every day. Especially Margot Robbie. She had it the worst. And during the premiere, she said that her mother came with her. This brought on a whole new level of discomfort that she wasn't even expecting. Even though she tried covering her mom's face with her hand, she told her she wanted to watch it. At the end, she told Margot that she's proud of her because there were no nude scenes that didn't add to the storyline. There was nudity for nudity's sake.
Stop flexing your muscles, Jordan. You look like a fucking imbecile.
Babe, come on, you should feel happy.
Number 7. Tom Holland didn't like the Spidey suit. Now, Tom Holland has been playing the iconic Peter Parker since 2016 now, and one thing he hates is that darn SpiderMan suit. I mean, he's covered in lycra from head to toe, which means he can't use his phone while filming. Now, if he wants to drink something, he would have to put a straw through his eye socket. And you know what's the craziest part? He has to plan all of his bathroom breaks 45 minutes in advance, because soiling that expensive suit would get him in trouble. On top of that, he wears a thong underneath that suit. Talk about uncomfortable. Number 6. Johnny Flynn was uncomfortable during the sex scene and Anne helped him through it. Song 1 was a 2014 romantic drama in which we got to see Anne Hathaway and Johnny Flynn star as a love couple. But since Anne had more experience with uncomfortable scenes which involved nudity, and it was Flynn's first one, she actually helped him go through it. Anne told the interviewer from E! Online that it was a closed set and there were very few people behind the cameras. Still, Anne remembers her first sex scene vividly, so she knew what Flynn was going through. In order to help him, she was very understanding and supportive. Oh, and bringing that bottle of bourbon on the set sure helped smooth out the rough edges. Number 5. Chadwick Boseman's problem breathing. Here's another actor that really hated wearing his costume on set. Chadwick Boseman played the iconic Black Panther, one of the first black superheroes to get his very own movie. But even though it was a great honor, there was one problem with the suit. The first time Boseman put it on, he said, "Hey, you've got to get me out of this thing." Why? Because the suit was so tight that it restricted the passage of air through it. Whenever he wore it, he felt like he was being suffocated right there on the set. Number 4. Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence felt uncomfortable during sex scenes in Passenger. In Passengers, a couple is alone on a planet far, far away, and Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt, the two leads in the movie, were super into the story. When their characters were bonding, they said it was easy acting, but they got a little tougher when the sex scenes came around. And Lawrence even said that she felt the most vulnerable during one of those scenes. "The sex scenes are the most unsexy thing to shoot," she said in the interview, especially when you consider that there are people looking at you and positioning you for the right angle. Chris Pratt said that in a deleted scene, he had to grind on the kitchen table to simulate sex, while Jennifer was sitting at the table eating. Awkward. Number 3. Vargie's shower scene was not as hot as you think. Riverdale had their fair share of steaming hot sex scenes, the hottest of which was the one when Veronica joins Archie in the shower. But it wasn't as steamy when you look at it from the actor's perspective, as these two really felt uncomfortable on the set. Even though they laughed about it in the interview, from what they were describing, you could see that the scene was nowhere near easy to shoot. Now, there wasn't any awkwardness between the co-stars because they remained professional during the filming of the scene. The awkwardness came with the other crew members. As KJ Apa told the interviewer, the steam in the shower was artificially generated, and the guy standing near the wall holding the steam machine wasn't allowed to see the stars naked. During the numerous shots, Appa sometimes got out of the shower and there was this guy looking away while holding the bulky fog machine. And aside from the bathroom being slippery like a water slide, Camilla said that she had a tough time kissing Appa with all of that water running down her face. At least KJ tried to make it seem fun. Number 2. "More tongue, Tessa," yelled the director in After. The After movie attracted fans because of the steamy and physical relationship between Tessa and Hardin. However, the books were one thing, but the movie was on a completely different level. And even though it has a lot of nude scenes, Anna Todd has said that she didn't include any of them just for the sake of sexuality. She wanted to show audiences the kind of relationship her heroes had. And in one interview, Josephine Langford said that the sex scenes were not nearly as hot to film as people thought by watching the movie. Our Tessa said that all of the scenes were highly mechanical. The directors wanted to get every angle just right, so there was not too much maneuvering space. Oh, and at one point, someone from the crew started yelling, "More tongue, more tongue."
Room about like, tongue, tongue, more tongue, tongue. I was like, you know,
And even while shooting the second installment of After, neither Hero nor Josephine felt comfortable while filming, although it wasn't as awkward as the first time. Number 1. Lily Reinhart stripping in Riverdale. Lily Reinhart did say she didn't like the wig Dark Betty wore on the set of Riverdale, but the stripping was even worse than that. You see, when Veronica ran off the stage and Archie ran after her, there had to be someone who would stop all of that booing. So Betty Cooper stepped on the stage, but fans had something to say about this unusual scene. You see, some people felt really uncomfortable. You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys!